All right, welcome back, everybody. So the Department of Basic Education launched its Woza Matrics Catch-Up Initiative, which is a free-to-air television program to assist grade 12 learners to prepare for their final examinations, which are starting in November. Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga said on Tuesday that grade 12 learners had faced unprecedented disruptions in their school year since March due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Department of Basic Education partnered with the SABC and MultiChoice, as well as other stakeholders, to develop this initiative. Subjects covered by Woza Matrics include maths, life sciences, geography, physical science, accounting, economics, math literacy, English first additional language, history, and business studies. Quite a mouthful. You guys have got a lot to study. And it's also going to be aired on SABC 3 and other platforms from the 1st of September. So joining us now, we've got with us, which I've dubbed her our education specialist. She's an education expert, Professor Mary Metcalfe. Prof, great to have you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Leanne and Sakina.
Tell me, how did you become involved in Woza Matrics?
Yes, I work and lead an organization called PILO, which works on improving education outcomes on scale. And we are funded by the NECT to work in KwaZulu-Natal, which gives me a good grasp of what is happening on the ground. So the NECT is a partner to the DBE in multiple ways. The DBE is, in fact, one of the key members of the trust of the NECT. And I worked with the NECT to support the DBE to develop this program, and with others. From business, Nikki Newton-King joined us, and we've worked intensively to say, how can the DBE make sure that learners who don't have access to the digital age of Wi-Fi and tablets and computers can receive supplementary learning material. And the best way that we thought we could reach as many learners as possible is to work with not only the public broadcaster, the SABC, but other broadcasters, for them to have a focused campaign for the 3 months before the exams are written, where quality material is made available on all of the platforms for grade 12 learners to be able to focus on key concepts in those subjects to prepare for the exams.
So if we look at the time that has been lost due to the number of interruptions during the 2020 academic year, do you think this 12-week TV program will be enough to help matric learners to catch up before the exams? Obviously, taking into account they have done some work and hopefully more than we think they have, but do you think this is enough?
Much more needs to be done at school and in communities to make sure that there's multiple opportunities for learners to catch up. I think that we need to understand that the class of 2020 has to write a matric that has the same quality currency as any other year. We don't want the class of 2020 to go through life saying, well, I got an NEC, but it was a COVID NEC. No, it must be a matric certificate that has the same currency as every other year. Now, the department made sure that the grade 12s came back as soon as possible, and the grade 12s have, together with the grade 7s, have been back much more than any other grades. But there still is a massive loss of time. Many learners have the domestic situation of support where they've been able to learn at home. But many other learners are frustrated because even with issues like space to study, it's a problem. So what we need to do is, I think that communities need to say, and I think faith communities, the local ecumenical action networks established by the SACC, other faith community structures need to say, in this 3 months before the exams are written, late November and December, how can we support all learners to feel that they've had a fair chance? Work needs to happen at school, work needs to happen in community, and we need to make sure that as many learners as possible watch these highly focused, high quality lessons that will be streamed over free-to-air SABC and the other platforms of DSTV, ETV.
So, I mean, one of the big things is that personal interaction, and that is so important when it comes to learning, especially at this critical time in their school careers. With it being on television, it obviously has to work in conjunction with on-premises learning as well.
Leanne, when we were joking before we started, you said I could be your honorary correspondent, and I said you should be an honorary teacher, because absolutely that is a profound educational point. Learning is about interaction. Learning is about making sure that what is received is mediated and engaged and responded to, which is why I think that teachers and schools need to connect the schedule, which will be available on the website, to the work that they send learners home to do. Learners need to be able to be directed to say, for example, in maths, there's going to be a topic on this particular exponential equations or something for grade 12. Do it, do these exercises in support, watch and come back. But the weakness of just streaming information is if there's no feedback loop, there's no engagement, it's not going to be as well learned. Woza Matrics needs to be integrated into teachers' planning, and we will make sure that teachers are across the provinces, and all of the provincial departments of education are stepping up. Direct learners not only to watch, but to engage.
And that's what's vitally important, because there's one aspect that we haven't even spoken to, and that, of course, is the mental stress. On a normal year, mental stress for South African matric students is massive. I mean, we see so much happening at this time in their lives, but add to this a pandemic, add to this that they've had one of the most important years of their lives just taken away from them. Let's talk to the mental support. Will that be offered as well?
Yes, the team that we've had a very high-powered team working with the DBE. With the DBE, I'm playing a critical role in quality assuring what has been chosen. And that team is also looking at what we can do in terms of a specific exam preparation and psychosocial support. The psychosocial support of the component of getting ready for school is relevant not only to the grade 12s, but to all grades and to all teachers. But the grade 12s are particularly important. And for me, my concern about the grade 12s is I don't want any young people going through their lives feeling I was robbed, I never had a fair chance. Mm-hmm. So we need to support them in terms of their levels of confidence, in terms of their levels of stress and anxiety, as well as support them to engage in learning as they watch Woza Matrics.
Yeah, so true. It is so true. So let's wrap it up. Just in terms of everything getting going, the starts on the 1st of September. It's available on SABC3. I know this is a big collaboration between a lot of different parties to try and push the matrics and give them as much knowledge as they possibly can. So perhaps you want to give us just those last couple of details that they'll need before this all begins.
So the collaboration is a collaboration in the national interest, SABC, MultiChoice, ETV, service providers, DigiCampus, Mindset. A whole lot of people have collaborated. And what we're going to have in SABC3, DSTV, EasyView, and ETV OpenView, which is channel 1 to 2, 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday, from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every day. And it will also be available on the DSTV Now Catch Up. Now, some of those times learners may be in school, but it can also be incorporated into how teachers direct and program the day. This is a fantastic collaborative initiative led by the DBE and supported by the NECT. And I'm so pleased that all of the work has paid off.
It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Good luck with all of it going forward, and a great tool, something that I think the matrics really do need at this time. Education expert, Professor Mary Metcalfe, talking to us about the Department of Basic Education's Woza Matrics Catch-Up Initiative. It's a free-to-air television program starting on the 1st of September on SABC 3 and other channels as well, in a bid to assist grade 12 learners to prepare for their final examinations. Right, time for your sports.